what's good? What's poppin'? What's happening with you all? It's your boy Gold Phoenix in the flesh, rise from the ashes and be blessed. Listen up. I'm in Ontario, California. Okay, I actually just had to, well, not just, but I ended up having to shift my parking spot around so I could blow the trailer out before I go pick this next load up. I'm actually double booked as we speak. I gotta go to Compton. It is what it is. I changed my clothes and stuff. I had on a blue shirt, went and took a shower, threw on neutral colors. My student, he had red sweatpants on. He did the same thing, took a shower, threw on some neutral colors. He's actually inside the petrol right now. He'll be back in a couple of minutes, but I'm about to head out. But I'm going to Compton, short load, going to Colton, drop that joint, head back to Los Angeles, pick up another load that's going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So that's the plan. I see eyes lined up. I'm liking the numbers. Thoroughly pleased. But right now I am running some solo loads right now. Just taking it easy on my student. Me and my fleet manager are on the same page as far as that goes. Actually, he said it before I could even say anything to him about it. So we're on the same page. We're gonna run like that for about a week or two, get this guy's bearing together, get a full understanding of the truck, or at least the general basics before we really start teaming. As things stand right now, I've been in a position where I've just been supervising for the most part. I haven't done too much driving at all. Like in the time that he's been on my truck, I've literally driven, I want to say a total of maybe 630 miles so far. I haven't done much at all. It's just watching, guiding, teaching, and so far I don't really have any real complaints about him. You know what I'm saying? He's actually a good listener. He does ask a lot of questions, but the questions that he asks are questions that need to be answered. You know, so far I haven't heard a stupid thing come out of his mouth at all. I could tell this is somebody who's here to learn. He's here to do better in his life, and I'm here to help him on that journey. You know what I mean? So, a couple of things. One of the things that I'm noticing about him is that he doesn't have that reflex just yet to where he knows as soon as the truck stops, there's something to do on the Qualcomm. And what I'm talking about is changing duty statuses, right? So like he'll stop and then just leave the drive line on. After 5 minutes, it'll automatically switch to on duty. But at the same time, like a lot of the time you don't want to be on duty. You want to preserve your drive time and stuff like that. And you're only on duty for specific things, like, you know, you're supposed to be on duty for fueling, you know what I'm saying? You have to log a pre-trip or post-trip on duty either every day. So I taught him the way I do it. I log my pre-trip off duty. I log the post-trip on duty. That's just how I do it. It's a little lower pressure way of doing things, because you don't, right when you wake up, you don't have that pressure of, holy crap, my clock is started, I gotta go. No, we log post trips over here, bro. So yeah, basic stuff like that, you know, paperwork, you know, as far as scanning everything in, I want to say organizing and stuff, understanding certain things like the bill of lading and, you know, certain paperwork that I need to scan into my company to get paid, which he will of course have to do as well once he's on his own. I want to say the only thing he really struggles with is the tedious stuff. You know, like I have to submit a report every time I drop a trailer. I have to submit a report every time I pick one up. Report everything, any damages, you know, what the fuel level is. You know, I have to send a report whenever I pick up a load, another one whenever I arrive at, you know, a pickup or a delivery, another one whenever I leave those places. Sometimes you got to make a phone call and give them certain information and all that stuff. And, you know, it's a lot to pile on the mind on top of driving the truck properly. And he's also learning that some of the general rules that I've given him don't always apply. They don't. Sometimes you have to make a judgment call. Sometimes rules are meant to be broken. Sometimes following the rules isn't always the safe thing to do. You see what I'm saying? And slowly but surely, he's understanding that. As far as his driving on the interstate goes, it's been very smooth. You know, I have a few complaints about that. He actually drove from Missouri to Texas the other day. You know, we stopped in Amarillo. So, you know, you had construction over there in like Tulsa and all that stuff. He actually handled it pretty well. Didn't seem too stressed out, didn't seem too scared or anything like that. So from Amarillo, the next day, I drove all the way to Flagstaff. And the reason I did that was because I knew if I made it to Flagstaff and we were going down to Colton, I was going to position him to deal with the majority of the mountains that were on the route. And I wanted to see what he did. So during that period of time, I gave him as little intervention as I saw fit. Of course, I'm still up here to guide and explain why we do certain things and stuff like that. But for the most part, I just wanted to see how he would handle it. And to be honest, he did a pretty freaking good job. I can't front. You can tell he drives like a rookie. He definitely drives like a rookie. But he has common sense. You see what I'm saying? He has common sense. And so far, I haven't had to tell him anything pertaining to driving the truck. I haven't had to tell him anything more than once, except for, you know, making turns a little bit wider. But now it's locked in his head. The way I explained it is, when you're making turns, you're not turning the truck. You're turning the trailer, but the truck is the guide. You see what I'm saying? That's how I explained it to him, and I think that finally locked into his mind. And, you know, now that he can visualize it, he knows what he's doing. He's been making some turns that, certain turns I remember from when I was in training that I struggled with. You know, I went a little too wide and had to back up so I didn't hit something. And, you know, he hadn't made any of those mistakes. He missed a turn yesterday, but he was able to assess that situation and figure a way out. Of course, I already knew how to get out, but I'm gonna put the pressure on you. I know, I've been here, I know what it is, but I put the pressure on him to see how he would handle it. You know, he's like, oh, it looked like, you know, that lead back to the main road over here, and I looped around this one road over here. So, you know, I think if we turn right, it'll bring us back over here. I was like, oh, okay. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So far, no real complaints. You guys know this is my first student. It's a lot of pressure on me as well, to be honest with you, setting the example, and being a teacher. You know, this man's success in a lot of ways hinges on the things that I teach him. So of course I want to teach him the right things, you know. He did have some questions for me as far as, you know, I'm a lease operator with this company. He's thinking about being a company driver and stuff like that. And to each their own, I understand his reasoning like that. And of course, there's no hate. I told you guys before, do what works for you and do not make any decisions just because I do things a certain way, okay? When you follow somebody, whether you're following me or somebody else, you might really screw yourself up. And I don't want that for any of you guys. I want all of you, anybody who comes across this channel, anybody who subscribes to this channel, anybody who gets on my truck and is taught by me, I want every single one of you, and all of us, to be successful at what it is that we're doing. But that being said, this is honestly a learning experience for me, and to be honest, I'm glad to have a student that I've also been able to learn a few things from as well. So hopefully over the next couple of months that we ride together, you know, it's fruitful for him. He takes away what it is that he needs, and when he does finally go out on his own, he is successful. You know, he has my personal phone number. You guys know I have 2 phones. So he has my personal number. He'll be able to contact me when and if he ever needs to, with any questions and stuff like that, because I understand that when you finally go out there by yourself, it is nerve-wracking to not be able to open a curtain or turn around and call out somebody's name when you need help. Everything falls on you. Your decisions are your own decisions. And now you're the big shot caller. You know, it's different when you don't have any supervision. So, but yeah, that's just a little bit of my initial thoughts on training so far. You know, like I said, I personally haven't done too many miles. I've just been supervising. Haven't been necessarily comfortable just yet with the idea of sleeping while he drives. He hadn't seen enough yet. You know, there's still certain things that he needs work on. Like I said, you know, reminding him about the e-log, the paperwork, certain turns, a little bit of, you know, there's a little bit of timidness in, you know, city driving and stuff like that. But, you know, that's all the things that are, I don't want to say wrong, but all of the things that he makes mistakes with right now are all things that come with time. Okay, they're not anything stupid, nothing crazy. It's just all stuff that gets better with experience. So I'm limited in my ability to actually teach it. You know what I'm saying? I could say one thing or whatever, but it's repetition. You gotta do it. You know what I mean? So far so good. I'm hoping it continues to work out as well as it has been so far. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know some people have been wondering how it's been going. At least wanted to know. Another thing, I have had some people who want to come to my company, or the people on my Instagram who do know who I work for. Everyone knows. Like, let's be real. But there are people who want me to train them per se. The only way that you will be trained by me is to, one, request me, and two, talk to me about it. And even then, I can't make any promises because I might have a student. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, that's all I had to say about that. I'm about to get on the road in a minute. Once he gets back to the truck, I'm about to make coffee first, actually, and then get on the road and try to survive Compton. And I'll get back to you guys when I get back to you guys. Anyway, as I always tell you guys, be happy, stay blessed. Do not be afraid to make drastic changes in your life. It might end up being the best decision you ever made. This winter's crazy. It's ridiculous. Slow down when it's necessary. Don't drive if it's unsafe. We have people waiting for us at home. We have people who want better for us. Let's not disappoint them. Anyway, I'm Gold Phoenix, and I'm out.